Hello, welcome to Wacky Wednesday.
Wacky Wednesday, that sounds pretty good.
I like it. I like it. How's everybody doing?
We hope you're doing well.
I hope everyone is doing well. We hope everyone's doing well.
Yes.
We just kind of wait for a couple of minutes, kind of yak, and since it's a live thing, so obviously everybody is not there. Hi, Vicky, how are you? Everybody doesn't get on quite at the same time, so there's another person. I don't know who it is yet. It says somebody should. Hi, May. And Brock. Does that mean there are others are with him?
Maybe.
Maybe.
And Dawn.
Hello, others.
And Valerie.
And Dawn. And Rochelle.
Hello.
Hello, Rochelle.
Hey, got some fun stuff today.
Do we?
I do.
Well, then maybe we need to get going.
Yeah, we
Okay.
might want to do that.
Doug. Hi, Doug.
Hello.
Do we know Doug?
I don't know.
I don't know Doug.
If I don't know you, hello, welcome.
Hello.
What do you think of this weather? We had a beautiful day today. Well, off and on.
It's going to get cold,
Cold.
and snow
Maybe snow.
this weekend.
Yikes.
Oh, well. So, run out real quick. If you have any flowers and everything left, go out and look at them because they might not be there by tomorrow.
And if you need to cover stuff up.
Yeah.
If you live in the Pacific Northwest, where we do.
Yeah.
You may live in Kuala Lumpur.
Yes, you might. You might.
Or England.
Or
We have
England.
England
Or
people.
England. Okay, so stupid jokes.
Or Florida.
And if this doesn't make you run away, nothing will.
Oh, dear Lord.
What starts with a T, ends with a T, and is full of tea?
A teapot.
Oh boy! Ooh.
Took a minute. The wheels had to turn.
Ooh. See, if they're things that make kind of sort of sense, she will get it. She will get it.
Tea. Rooibos tea tonight.
The thing is, though, most of this stuff doesn't make a dang bit of sense. What does the ocean eat for breakfast? It's stupid, so don't
Seafood?
boat meal.
Oh.
I know. It's just silly. Why are tightrope walkers so healthy?
They have good balance.
Well,
they eat a balanced meal.
Oh my God. Yes. I mean, it actually is. They eat a balanced diet. Woohoo! 2 out of 3. That is amazing. That is amazing. Okay, enough of me.
I can attribute none of that to
And
any value.
If anybody new is watching, and I suspect there some might be, I know this is silly. So I'm leaving. I will be in the other room looking at people saying things, and so if Jan has something that, yeah. Anyway, bye. She's on.
Let me translate that for you. So he's going to go into another computer. We have a little screen here, and the words are so tiny I can't read them. Well, I could, but I'd be this far from the screen and be really awful scary on your part. So to do you a favor, I don't do that. So he's going to be on the other computer, and we will hook up the intercom here and communicate back and forth, because tonight's process is something that I really want you to get, and there may be some specific questions that you have about it. So really want you to know that that's available, so whatever's good for you, what you have insights about, or what you would like to have insights about, feel free to text them in the comments, and Phil will get that, and I'll get the information, and we'll see if I can tune in and get you some good info. Sound good to you? So with that said, Sunday we talked about the Crystal Bridge, and love can build a bridge. And tonight I want to talk about utilizing that crystal bridge. If you don't have any idea what I'm talking about, you can look at Sunday's message. I'm not going to redo it. So what I want to talk about is utilizing that crystal bridge to attain a goal. How fun is that? Because sometimes we set goals for ourselves and we just never get there. And part of why we never get there isn't because we're not capable. It's because we just aren't tuned into it, or it just feels burdensome, or myriad of reasons. We just can't motivate ourselves to get there. So this crystalline bridge between here and the achievement of the goal is going to allow divine source to assist. The angels, your guides, all of the beings in the ethereal realms are here and want to help us. But sometimes we don't allow them because we're so busy being stuck. or we're busy being I can't. So this crystalline bridge is to help us break through that. And once we can break through that, then we can acquire and attain our goals. And if I remember, and hopefully if I don't remember, you can cue me, somebody can cue me. I also want to use this crystalline bridge to heal the past. So hopefully we'll have time to do that. If I don't have time to do it today, we'll do it another time, I promise. Because that's also a really powerful technique that I've used this week and has made a world of difference for me. So the first thing we do is we look at what goals we had. So have, not had. So that was hard for me because I've kind of been in COVID mode. Shh, don't say that word. Whereas you just keep on keeping on. And that's good. It's good to keep on keeping on. And one foot in front of the other and being conscious and being aware and being present in the day-to-day life. And basically that's the way to live. At the same time, we want to activate goals because we don't want to just randomly start being just trudging through life. That's not what we want either. So we want to be in the present moment with an eye on the future. The eye on the goal, with the eye on the dream, the hope, the desire. Now, there's so much I want to say about that, but let me bring it down and boil it down into one little fact here. That if it's a want, we will continue wanting it. If it's a heart's desire, it can manifest. Okay, we've talked a lot about manifesting in years past, for years now. So what I want you to recognize here, what's really important for us to recognize here, is that manifesting what our heart desires, we're capable of. Manning through, pushing through, willpower, forcing ourselves to acquire that specific goal because that's what I want, we're doomed to failure. It probably won't happen. Because the energy that is accompanying that is effort. The energy that's accompanying that is struggle. The energy that's accompanying that is stress, dismay, unhappiness. We don't like to have to struggle like that. That's not what we came here to do. That's not our spiritual journey. That's not our path. Our path is this uplifted, joyful, compassionate kindness that grants us this ever-expanding life. And when we're not in that mindset, we're cutting ourselves off from source and cutting ourselves off from the very source within ourselves to acquire that manifested goal. Does that make sense? I hope it does. So the key here is remaining in that positive state of mind, that expanded awareness, and at the same time having a heart for the hope and the goal, and a heart in today, living today. So maybe the heart needs to be here in this time and space, and our awareness is just aware of the possibility. Because see, here's what happens. Sometimes when we're open to the possibility, and we have that joyfulness and the positivity and all that sort of thing, the divine source, whatever you want to call that, good Lord, will step in and something even better shows up. I know some of you have had that happen to you. And it's just thrilling and exciting, and then we forget. And we go back to struggling again. Why do we do that? I don't know. I think that's human nature. Be that as it may, we don't have to keep struggling. We can continue to stay in that state of being where divine source intervenes in our behalf and brings us even better stuff and brings us a brighter hope. That makes sense? So this crystalline bridge isn't something you build, it's something divine source builds. Pardon me, tea. So, Rubos verbs. Sorry. Oh, Lord. So, it's hard to be me sometimes. Anyway, so keeping your awareness on the fact that it's not you building the bridge. You're not doing that work. That's not your work to do. Your work is to be here in this moment, your heart fully engaged, your mind fully engaged, and your awareness open. Make sense? And to do that, so we're going to ask for divine source to build a crystalline bridge for us. Can you imagine that? Can you create that in your mind's eye? Can you see a bridge built out of crystal structure, crystal energy? Maybe it looks like glass. Maybe it looks like crystalline structures all connected together. Maybe it just looks like all one piece of crystal and it's carved. That's what mine looks like. It's carved out of crystal. Now, with that said, now what we're going to do is we're going to let Divine Source, God, higher power, all that is, whatever that is for you. I don't care what you believe. I care that you believe. We're going to let it anchor it in the future wherever it needs to be. And we're in the here and now. And the here and now moves with us. So in this next moment, I'm still in the here and now, and I'm still anchored here, right? It's kind of weird, but you get it. And then what we're going to do is we're going to lay a concept or a visual imagery on this bridge, and like a conveyor belt, it will be carried into the future. And it will be delivered to the time and place that is right for us. When we arrive there, we'll get it. And in the meantime, as that energy has transmitted to that future moment, that's heart's desire, we're anchoring ourselves to the heart's desire, the fulfillment of the heart's desire, with the openness that it can be this or better or something totally different, because we may not know what's right for us. We may think we want one thing, and Divine Source knows, really, she would really like that. Let's bring that instead. And I know some of you have had that happen as well. So the key here, our part, is to come up with a visualization that we can lay on this crystalline bridge that gets carried into the future. Okay? So let's take a look at a few things. I've written a few things down. And if you have some goal that you'd like to work on that I'm not mentioning here tonight, type that in and send it to Phil. Phil will pick it up, and Phil will intercom me, and we'll discuss it, and I'll see what imagery comes up. Okay? So what I did is I prayed about this, and then I was open, and I asked Spirit to give me some insights, give me some visual imagery that would assist. Okay? And here's what came up. So somebody I was speaking with had a cleaning project, and it was just, that's not fun. It doesn't look like fun, does it? At the same time, Phil and I cleaned out one of our closets today, and it was just boom, 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 and it all happened fast. And then it was done. And we have lots more energy left to do other things. And we've been kind of anxious about that for a while. Oh gosh, we should do that. Probably a couple of years I've been looking at it. Oh, I don't even want to look at that. So anyway, it got done fast. Once we had the mindset to do it, once we got into a mindset that stepped beyond the drudgery piece. And don't get me wrong, there's some drudgery attached to that. But it became really minimal. And what really transcended all of that was the excitement of clear. So as I was praying about this, what I saw was Julie Andrews, "The hills are alive with the sound of music," and she was dancing around the hills. So that's the energy that we wanted to have, that we desired when we were working on the closet, was to have it open space and feel so good and free. Because sometimes when we hang on to old clutter, it just feels heavy, doesn't it? And so releasing that requires some making decisions. It requires digging it out and looking at it and making decisions about it. That doesn't seem like fun. And yet, by keeping in mind how free it feels, made it so much easier. So, to apply this to our visualization today, is put a little teeny tiny singing, dancing Julie Andrews on the edge of your bridge, and she'll just dance across the bridge. And as she's doing that, that sets up this energy communication between you and Divine Source of, this, Lord, bring me this. Bring me this feeling, whatever that looks like. And maybe that what it looks like is totally different than what you were thinking. Maybe you have a friend who needs something or needs some financial assistance, and they would be happy to clean out your closet for a little cash. How fun is that? So maybe it's not even you having to do it, but putting that energy there opens the doorway for opportunities for us to see other alternatives. What happens is we get this drudgery and the duty and the responsibility and the hard of it, the difficult of it, the challenge of it, and we get that feeling, that struggle feeling, and we can't see other options. But once we get the feeling, then, oh, you know what I could do? Blah, blah, blah. And something new will arrive. We'll be given insights, guidance, inspiration. It's beautiful. So I would suggest a little Julie Andrews dancing across your bridge, and then let the outcome be what the outcome is. Just know that you'll be guided into the next step. Not the conclusion, no, let that go. That's not your stuff. That's divine source stuff. Your stuff, my stuff, is next step. Make sense? Hope that helps you. And if Julie Andrews dancing on the bridge doesn't work for you, find out what does. What would the result, all that clear and open space, what would that feel like for you? What symbolically would represent that for you? Put that on the bridge and watch the miracle happen. Okay? What about being at peace with what is and what will be? We're all looking at some struggling stuff. You know, things are changing, and they're changing by the minute. And, you know, that's out of our control. But being at peace is really important for us. So what came to me on this one was a peace sign. You know, the little circle with a peace sign in it. You know, peace, dude. You could put a little hippie on the bridge and let that carry into the future. And then the next step that is imperative for you to take, that is essential for you to take in order to claim peace and maintain peace, will be revealed to you. How wonderful is that? We just get to wait and allow that imagery, that insight, that guidance to appear. And by being at peace, dude, we get to access that divine energy, which we're blocked from when we're stressed and worried and concerned and freaking out. Some of us are freaking out. That's just how it is. And there are moments when I freak out and then okay, that's a luxury I cannot afford. So let me back up, ground in this moment, get into the here and now, and implement my crystal bridge. And let divine source handle the outcome. In the meantime, I'll be gifted with what I could do right here, right now, that brings me peace and helps me hold on to peace. Cool stuff, right? What about healthy relationships? Well, as I was praying about that, what I was shown was chains in a link, but the center link that hooked the two together, the center link was a golden chain. So it was the golden chain of truth. It was a golden link of truth, a golden link of love and compassion and kindness. And knowing that that love can hold it together if parties are willing. That golden link can heal misunderstandings and disruptions if both parties are willing. If they're not, then this golden link will support your half, your part of the chain. And you don't have to hang on to the other person or try to fix the other person or try to change the other person, because you're holding on to the truth that there's a divine source that loves you and cares for you. And in the meantime, you'll be shown the next right step. You'll be shown your guidance, what helps you in this journey. Might be shown changes that are necessary for you to make in your own world. But you'll be shown a way to do that with grace. Because the ultimate compassion has compassion for us, has compassion for us. So we can receive that information knowing it's coming from a place of compassion. God of comfort. So comfort is coming to us. And that comfort can show us that there may be some challenges that we're running away from. Maybe there's things that we're doing that we don't realize we're doing. So we'll get some insights about that. But our next step, not their next step, but our next step will be revealed to us, laying that on the crystal bridge. What about better employment? Maybe there's, maybe your job, you've just kind of worn out, or maybe you've not got a job. Maybe your job vanished over the last 6 months, 8 months. Well, what works for you? This is a tricky one because for one person, a briefcase might symbolize success. Somebody else's a briefcase symbolizes work, heavy. Yeah, I got to carry it home, bring it home with you. No, you don't want that. So if a briefcase symbolizes success for you, use that. If it doesn't, then let's find a different symbolism. What about a being the captain of a boat? You're driving. It's easy. You just ease along. You will navigate, know where you need to be, what you need to do. So maybe a boat on that. Or maybe a star. Someplace where you can really shine. You've got talents and abilities, and you'd really like to show them off. You'd really like to be able to utilize them, but not to the point where you're dimmed or you're crushed, but where you can just shine. You can do the best job you can because you're capable. Makes sense? So whatever symbol works for you, put that on the bridge and let it journey into the future. And know that you'll be granted the next right thing to show you the way. Bless you! So what if improved health? He sneezed at just the right time. So what if improved health is your goal? Well, that could look like a lot of things. That could also be Julie Andrews dancing across the bridge because she's full of energy and fully alive and all of that. Maybe it's a garden. You know, an abundant, healthy, vibrant garden. Maybe it's a sunshine. What symbolizes the energy that improved health will bring you? See, it's so quick to visualize a thermometer, visualize a straight jacket, visualize a doctor's coat or the hospital symbol or whatever. What if we could step away from that? Instead of visualizing what could go wrong, let's visualize what is right. And what does it feel good to have vibrant health? How would that feel for you? Whatever symbolic energy you can put on that crystalline bridge will connect you to the future. Connect you to that future, that bright future. And whatever that looks like, you know, as best you can. And then you'll be guided into the next right step that will grant you the health that is important for you now. Maybe you'll read an article that shows, oh, maybe Qigong would be helpful for you, or yoga would be helpful for you, or walking, or vitamins, or whatever, eating differently. You'll be guided into finding what is right for you that will grant you that. Because you'll be tuned in and be able to receive, hear, and acknowledge that divine guidance. And you'll know it's divine guidance because you can't make this stuff up. There's usually another word I use there, but it's video, so I'm going to use the word stuff. You can't make it up. It will be profoundly accurate, profoundly truthful, and you'll get this ring true in your heart of hearts. Make sense? Okay. Abundance. Well, what does abundance feel like? Well, maybe abundance feels like floating on a beautiful raft down the river. Maybe it's a sailboat this time. What does that feel like? It doesn't feel like a dollar sign. You can visualize a dollar sign all you want to, but it's not going to carry with you the energy that you want. Because often the dollar sign carries with it the energy of hard work. Doesn't it? Ka-ching. There's a cost to that. Remember that? Make sense? So let's find something that grants you the energy of abundance. And the energy of abundance is ease. You don't have to struggle. You don't have to fight for it. Make sense? So what would symbolize that for you? Maybe again, it's a peace sign. I don't know. What works for you? Find that. Ask for that to be gifted to you. See what comes up for you personally. Maybe it's a balloon, a hot air balloon. You're floating away. You know, you're uplifted off the ground. what will work for you. Symbolize that. Put that symbol on your crystal bridge and let Divine Source carry that into the future and bring to you insights for action you can take here and now that will help you on that path, help you acquire that which you have as a heart's desire. Let me see if there's anything else. How about getting fit? Well, this could be fun. This could be children playing. When children are playing, they have no restriction. It's just lighthearted and joyful. Because guess what? Exercise is hard work. But it can be exhilarating, right? If you've ever done exercise, it can be exhilarating and extremely joyful. Oh man, I did it. I accomplished that goal. I did better today than I did yesterday. It feels wonderful to do that. But if you're stuck in your head of thinking, oh God, I do that, it's going to be hard and stress and sweat, and that doesn't feel like any kind of fun. And if it ain't fun, it's really a challenge to manifest. So bringing fun and that joyfulness into it is really going to be helpful. So children playing might be a good visualization. Dancing. Do you like to dance? Maybe see yourself dancing on the bridge. Take Julie Andrews out of it and put yourself on the bridge dancing, because it takes energy and vibrancy of life to do that. Make sense? Or maybe a sunshine. Just that bright energy, that vibrant energy, that alive feeling that you get. Whatever that symbol might come to you, place that on the bridge. Let Divine Source carry that to the destination. And in the meantime, notice what you're guided to do right here, right now. Make sense? What about safe boundaries? Creating safe boundaries is a huge challenge for a lot of us. So I thought about this one, and when I came up with this one, it's really funny. So either like a trampoline on its side, so people come up and hit that and bounce back. Does that sound like fun? And then you could, but you're not rigid and structured, and I've got to say no, and I've got to stand my ground. No, because that takes all the fun out of it. That takes all the joy out of it. That takes all that energy, becomes a struggle. So rather than saying, oh, let's see what this looks like. And here, I'm willing to do this. I might do a little more, but I'm not. We'll see. We'll see. We'll let that person rebound off of that. How does that sound? Because what you're creating for yourself is resilience. So maybe it's a big, huge ball, one of those exercise balls, but it's big and huge, and people run into that. They're not going to get hurt, but they're going to hit that boundary and bounce back. They're going to step back away from that without feeling intimidated or without feeling let down or disappointed in you, whatever that is. They'll just go, oh, that's enough. We've talked about boundaries before. Boundaries are really important for a spiritual person, because sometimes we feel like we have to make everybody else's world okay. No, that doesn't make our world better, and it doesn't make their world okay. They don't have any resilience of their own. So building our own resilience grants them the beautiful pattern that they can follow, that they can learn to own safe boundaries, and they can manage their own world. It's a powerful thing. So being able to have, your verbal cues, like, I've done that for you in the past. I'm uncomfortable with that today. Can you ask me that later? I'm not sure I'm up to that right now. I'm not sure about that. I bet you can find your own way through that. I bet you could do it. What do you think your other options might be? Have your repertoire there. So it's like this, you've got your balloon or your trampoline on its side. It's already got the springs attached, and so that this person can find their own resilience. They're not going to get crushed by, no, I'm not doing that for you. No, you got a kindness. You can absorb and reflect. Make sense? So what other goals do you have? If you have any other goals that you're working on, you can type those up to Phil. In the meantime, I want to take just a minute. How am I doing on time? I'm out of time. I'm going to take 2 minutes anyway. what I want you to do is, if you have a past experience that's painful for you, I got this information from the Ancient Ones. They channeled a message fairly recently, I believe, of how to go address that without taking the energy away from here and now. So you're going to create a crystal bridge, not you. Divine Source is going to create a crystal bridge between the here and now and your past, wherever you want to visualize that going. And when that links to that time frame, on the crystal bridge, you're going to lay a symbolic object, a sacred object that's going to go and be placed in that back time and space as a sacred marker. Can't change the past. We can change our perspective of the past. We can change how the past affects us. So this is putting energy into healing that. So say you might want to go to a place in time where you and a friend had an argument and it still hurts your soul. Place like a rose on the crystal bridge, and let the crystal bridge take this rose back in time and lay it on a table that maybe was in the room when that argument took place, just as a sacred marker. And that sacred marker can say, yeah, maybe I said the wrong thing, maybe I reacted inappropriately, maybe I did just fine, but there wasn't anything I could do, it still hurts anyway, but just leave it there. And that frees up a ton of energy for here and now, so you can address whatever goal that you're looking forward to. You might want to put like a crystal, just send a crystal back in time and leave a crystal in that time and space, because this grants you the opportunity to find clarity about that, getting clear from that experience, so that you have time and energy in this moment so that you can manifest your heart's desires. So that's the crystal bridge goal setting. If you have any additional questions, please check in with Phil. Do we have any questions, Phil?
Yeah.
Okay. Hello.
Hello. Mary Lou said, well, there's a couple. Mary Lou, oh my goodness. Peace was my desire and healing a relationship. So I saw a pink orb with a peace sign in the middle linked to a gold chain.
Cool. So you just mixed a whole bunch. Oh, that's wonderful. And I hope you feel better about that. This is instantaneous in how it resonates in our being. So I bet you feel tons better about that, don't you? What else?
Valerie, repurposing. Creating a new from old is her desire, her passion actually, and physical strength renewed. What symbol would be used for that?
How about an antique? Refinishing an antique. So like an antique chair, an antique desk. You know, it has great value, but maybe you're going to use it for something different. You know, Phil and I took a cobbler's table and turned it into a coffee table. So it has new purpose and new things. So maybe a toolkit full of refinishing tools. Oh, there's a call coming in. No, I can't answer a call right now. Can you still hear me, Phil?
Yeah.
Okay.
Scott says, money raining down upon me in a bright light, full of joy. Tommy Chong bringing peace. Steam engine bringing energy and stamina.
Perfect. Perfect. And I bet you felt that, didn't you? Didn't you? Neat. Fun.
Yeah.
Anything else?
That's it right now.
Okay, wonderful. Well, we're beyond time.
Yep.
But thank you for tuning in. I really hope that this works for you. And again, if you have any questions, you can text them to me. Oops, did I not turn that off?
2, 7,
Oh.
4.
No, it's answering. Stop.
I know mine was doing it too.
I hope this works for you, and I hope you try with everything that's going on in your world. I think it should be a real blessing for you. Look at all the hearts. How wonderful. Thank you. Okay, energy circle. Well, energy,
energy.
circuit.
Yeah.
We'll do an energy circuit.
Since you can't do a circle because we're not with you.
Yeah.
Otherwise, we do a great big circle.
Yeah. Someday, soon, hopefully, or before long. So you're still connected to that divine source that loves you, adores you, appreciates you, and wants to assist. Bring that energy into your heart space. Let it filter through your mind and clear your mind of all the doubt and fear and worry and sorrow.
Mm-hmm.
And as you bring it into your heart space, feel that opening both your heart and your mind, giving you that expanded awareness and this balanced, centered heart space. Take that energy and run it down your left hand into your left palm, and then let that energy jump from your left palm to your right palm, back up your right arm and into your heart space. And when you do that, that connects and completes an energetic circuit, and you can start to feel energy building between your hands. As that energy builds now, you have power to utilize this. This is that divine compassion, comfort, care that's here for you. Boy, mine just pounding here. I'm feeling really good. Now, while this energy is flowing, you can hold someone else in your thoughts, in your awareness, and the energy will go to them. So the energy is not bound to this time and space. It can go anywhere with your intent, with your expanded awareness. So just for a moment, hold them in your heart space, hold them in your awareness, and let them share in this energy with us. What a beautiful gift that is. Wow, a lot of energy here. Now take a deep breath in and exhale, release that. We don't want any backwash, no psychic backwash. We just want clean, fresh energy from divine source into the heart space, through the hands, back to the heart space, building this energy. Feel this ball of energy here. And now, bring this energy into your own heart. Let it expand your heart, expand your awareness. Be blessed. May the source be with you. And we'll see you soon. And out in the community. God bless.
Toodles. Wonderful week.